Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Classroom Setup. This is part 2. Last week I started with part 1, and then even before that I was doing a little bit of prep. That is all on my channel if you're interested. If you're new here, my name is Bailey. I am a 4th year, 4th grade teacher in the same classroom. So we're not switching too much up, but we still have a lot of things that need to be refreshed and set up for this school year. Let me show you what the classroom is looking like right now, and then we'll get started. Here's how the classroom is looking right now. I was able to come in one day last week, that was part 1, and I worked on putting some of the larger furniture pieces back into place, setting out my table groups, putting together my student center, things like that. I have a lot of furniture still here needing to go back into place. First thing I'm going to start with today is refreshing some of the labels around the classroom. I had to redo them because there was some wear just on like the bin labels. A lot of them were peeling back, and then some of my months for my birthday display were peeling, so I need to swap those out, and I think that's what I'm going to start with right now, just swapping some of those things out. I prepped these labels the other day, but I wasn't sure which side of the Velcro I stuck the label to, so it looks like the softer side I need to put onto the actual month. I use the little Velcro dots for my students' birthdays too. I just put the day of their birthday and then their name underneath and set it next to the month that it goes with. And that's how I display birthdays. And then at the end of the year, they also get to take their little birthday date card home. These labels are next. The bins are where my students keep all their supplies. But again, some of the labels had a lot of wear from last year. They were kind of peeling apart. So I reprinted them, and I'm going to swap them out right now. If you watched one of my classroom prep videos, then you would know that a lot of my lunch numbers needed to be redone. I don't think I've redone them over the years. They had been used for 3 years and definitely had some wear around the edges. My students come in the morning and then they grab their magnet from the lunch choice board and they move it to whatever choice they're going to eat that day. So every day they're grabbing their magnet and moving it. Definitely had some wear there. So I redid a lot of them, and I'm going to put them up right now. For now, I don't know how many students I'll have this year, so I'm just gonna leave it 26 for now, and I can always add more or take away some later. Same goes for the classroom leaders. I have no idea how many I have or what job they're going to end up starting with, but I just want to put them up and I can switch them out later. Alright, it's definitely time that I put in some work over here. I need to move out the rest of this furniture, put it back into place, and then I'm going to redo this bulletin board. I'm really hoping that I just have to redo the border. I'd love to keep the paper and even welcome to 4th grade, all of that the same. When I redo my border though, I'm gonna have to move up my place value because I want to double layer it. So I'm really hoping that when I move all that furniture, the paper still looks okay. Maybe I can just smooth it out along the edges and restaple the edges, but I'm really hoping that I don't have to redo this whole board. I'm gonna move the furniture, see how it's all looking, and then get started on this board. you posters up for a couple years with just the masking tape, and they've stayed up pretty well, although the one just fell. But I know that I'm going to want these posters to stay here, so I'm going to use this double-sided heavy-duty tape. I use this only for things that are either super heavy that I'm putting up, or I know that I'm going to keep it up for a long time. So I'm going to use this now to put the place value posters back up. Magnetic staple remover is a must-have for working on bulletin boards. All the staples just stick in there, and I can throw them all away at once. It makes taking things down so much easier. This is going to be my board for number corner. I do not teach number corner, but I do have to have it up in my classroom. So last year I kind of had it hanging down at the bottom. It was a little last minute that I found out that I had to put it up in my classroom. I just had it hanging underneath the math talk board. I wanted a space for it this year, so I just put this board together. I do have to redo the math talk and the fridge. I'm not sure what I'm really going to do for the bulletin boards yet, but I know that I'm going to keep the books we have read bulletin board down there. I think I might even just leave it exactly the same. Right now I'm going to take down this math talk and the fridge, and then I think that's where I'm going to stop today. I'll kind of think on it tonight what I want to do with those two boards tomorrow. Maybe split it up a little bit more, maybe make the fridge a little bit bigger to cover this gap. I'm not really sure right now, so I think I'm just going to take both of them down, and then that'll be it for today. Alright, I made a decision while I was taking this one down that I'm going to leave the fridge, at least the paper and the title, the same. The border definitely needed to be redone, so I took the border down, I re-stapled it, so all I have to do is put border back up over there, leaving the books we've read same as it is right now, and then I'm just going to use a larger piece of the Better Than paper that I had there before and redo a board right there. I think I'm going to have that for my science. So I'll have number corner, science, fridge is really anything, and then books we've read for our read aloud books. Happy Tuesday. I just got to school. I'm not sure where I left things off yesterday. I was working on my bulletin boards and it kind of hit a wall with what I felt like I was going to be able to get done yesterday. So I just took a break from it and left for the afternoon. Then this morning I had a meeting, so it's 1:30 and I just got to my classroom. I'm going to pick up right where I left off yesterday, finishing up these bulletin boards. I need to put paper and border here covering the screen, and then a border around my fridge right now. I think that having the whole back wall and all my bulletin boards done will help it feel like it's coming together a lot better in here and make it look and feel like we're making a lot of progress. So that's where I'm going to start right now. Good news is I was able to finish the fridge, putting the border up over there. Not so great news is that this piece is not long enough to cover my spaces anymore. I looked at the roll that I have in my cabinet and it's also not long enough, so I just ordered this same Better Than paper from Amazon. It says it should be here on Thursday, so I will be able to finish that maybe end of this week, maybe next week. So that means it's time to move on to another project. I think I'm going to work on my genre posters. A few of them over here have fallen down, so I'm going to re-stick those and then probably re-stick my Felt-Right tiles over here too. I brought new little sticky tabs. The lighting lighting over here was terrible when I was trying to film myself putting these back up, but I put that heavy duty double-sided tape on all of these posters. Also fixed this side over here so they look great, and library is ready to go. Alright, next up I have to go through our new math curriculum. We had Bridges before, but we just got the 3rd edition, so I have all my binders, little tabs, and I have to put it all together. I have the new binders, all the curriculum, and then I have to put the tabs in too. I also want to go through because I have to return my old binders. I want to go through and grab out all of the extra resources that I have for every unit and put these in the new binders. That way I have all of that before I return my old binders to my math coach. So this is going to take a little bit, but I think I want to get it all done right now, get organized. That way it's easier for me throughout the year. Alright, new plan here. I put all of the new binders into this box. I'm going to bring it home and finish that in the air conditioning. So done with that for now. Good news is my wallpaper came for over here, so I'm going to finish this project up right now. And then I think that is where I'm going to end today, because I'll be back tomorrow. This is officially where I am leaving things for today. Already said that I had to order a new piece of that bulletin board paper, so I won't be able to finish that until Thursday or next week. I was able to put up my felt-right tiles, fix those, and then also my genre posters over here. My pole was wallpapered, and then I have a few other things that I'm still working on over here. This bulletin board is done. Still need to finish my whiteboard and then also put my rugs out. I'm just going to grab all this stuff on my way out and take that. So that is where I'm leaving everything for today, wrapping up this part 2 vlog. I want to get it up as soon as possible, so I'm going to end it here. I will do part 3, finishing up some projects around the room and then doing some final details. I hope you enjoyed watching this part of my setup. We're definitely getting there. I will see you in my next one though. Thank you for watching.